listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, the 13th of October, 2023. How are we? Hey, we're here tonight on a very special Friday night. Thank you, Zitch. We've got the alien god Zitch took over the form of the statue here that we usually keep because he wanted to see what it's like to be me, right? Right. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. He won't be lasting long. Can't stand the smell.
I'm gonna die.
I know.
How do you live with this stuff?
Hey, I like my smell. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about where we should put this one.
In a portal?
That's right. Put you back in a portal, send you back where you came from.
Oh, that sounds great. Anything to get away from the smell.
Why are you trying to act like they can't see your lips moving? Are they natural portals, man-made portals, alien-made portals, or portals of the unknown? No. Glad you're here tonight. We do have some ufological stuff to talk about. That's ufology. Hey, there's no such thing as ufology. That's unidentified. What is it again? Wait. Oh, yeah, it's unidentified flying, the study of. That's what you say when you say ufology. It's ufology. It's not UF and then ology. It is, but it isn't. It's not unidentified flying, the study of. It's ufology, the study of unidentified flying objectos. Or UAP if you want to be new. You want to, go to that side ufology, you can say UAP because that's how you suck up to the other side of ufology. Or you could even say, and I'll let it go by, ufology, but not ufology. Nay, nay, oh, nay, nay. And I'll call you out when you say it on the show. Hey, wait, what? I didn't do it. I was nice. I know. I heard somebody say it. I didn't interrupt. First time on the show. Didn't want to say it, but I'm throwing it out there. Just in case they're watching. Whoever you are. Don't take offense to me. What do I know? I'm just a guy with a microphone that you can't see.
And me.
And you, right. Forgot you were there already. Why do you sound like Lurch from Addams Family?
You rang.
You do sound like him.
Who?
Shut up. I want to thank Dorothy for the $5, even though I did in the chat because you did it before the show. You're making up your own rules. Super chat as the show was starting. Mucho gusto generoso at 6:59, 6 minutes before airtime. That's a lot of loving coming from Dorothy Hawkin. It's Dit.55 on X, formerly known as Twitter. Thanks, Dorothy. Mucho gusto generoso. Welcome to the show. Jeanette, the angel of Goofon. What are you doing with the £5, 5 quid super dono? Huh? What are you doing? I love you too. Mucho gusto generoso. A continuing supporter of Goofon. Alexander Dansby, the AD in the house. That's after Doofon. Huh? Goofon? No, it doesn't work. After Discovery. That's a $1 super dono. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. Thank you so much for the love. I can't believe the support that's flowing in right at the beginning of the show. Thank you very much. No, I appreciate it. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Who's this guy? Oh, and by the way, Alexander Dansby. Hey, welcome to the show, Cosmic Dave UK. I'm okay with a £2, 2 quid super dono. Now, damn it. It's a super chat. My bad. Still, I'll consider it. Ufology. Ufosophosalology. Ufosophosilophasagy. Ufosophosilosophy. Ufosophosilosophy is what I study. You did it. Ufosophosilosophy. That's what we do. Cosmic Dave, it's UFO. Sophosilosophy. Thanks, man. See what you started? And welcome to the show, everybody. Kelly Lewis is here. Hey, it jumped. There you is. Welcome to the show. Tony, welcome to the show. Brookies, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to Sky Allen. Welcome to the show. How you doing? Hey, B's and T's in the house. Beats and tapes. What's up, man? Welcome. Lisa Impressive is back. Welcome to the show on a Friday night. So is Claudia Rodriguez. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great week, a great life, and a happy Friday the 13th. For me, Friday the 13th has always been a great day. Until today. Welcome to the Intergalactic Angler. Welcome to the This DJ number 808, Transcendentalism. You know how I knew how to say that quickly? Teeth. It's the dentalism. I saw that quickly. Samo Goofonian Rockstar. Hey, how'd you do that? He made me talk like him.
And I was moving my lips.
Oh, no, don't do that. I don't like the way that feels. Reality check. Welcome to the show. All right, let's get started. Got a lot of show to do. Uh-oh. Now, Alfie Joe Bob. Hey, JB, how you doing? Foghorn Leghorn. How you doing there? How's your mama name? Bob Birkins. Oh, how'd that jumped on me? The Bob. 2 B's are better than 1. Bob Birkins. Greg O'Brien, the GOB's in the house. How you doing, man? Hang out for a minute. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Wagner Who, and Raging Against Machine. I have to do those hellos because Mr. Ed Chouffet or Chouffet. I'm not gonna say anything yet because Jeff Garvey was first. I like to do it the way they come in. I like to say hi and thanks again. Jeff Garvey's here throwing down a $10 super dono like he don't know. Goof on getting the love on a Friday night, the 13th of all things. Jeff, thank you for being a supporter of Goof on. You are here. I don't know. I had nothing. I lost it. As soon as I went like that, I said, I should have stopped. Thanks, Jeff Garvey, throwing down a 10 spot like it's nobody's business. Pure love. We love it here at Goof on. Mucho gusto. Lots of love. So yeah, we're strong in our masculinity. Ed Chouffet feels the same way. Is it Shuffet? Chouffet. I bet you it's Chouffet. Mr. Ed. You know what I don't like? And I said this once before. I'm going to say it again. If you are in the field where you're talking to people, not like this, customer service, and you get somebody with the last name Tchaikovsky, but you don't see Tchaikovsky, you say Ching Chang Ska, but you don't want to pronounce it. So you say, instead of saying the last name, our dummied down society has gotten into the role of saying, oh, hi, Mr. Rich. No, my last name isn't Rich, and it's not Mr. Rich because you can't pronounce my last name. It's Rich Tchaikovsky. Say it with me. Tchaikaka? No. Chikaku? No. Listen. Kai, Ofsky, Tchaikovsky, Chikukara. Oh, just call me Mr. Rich. Now I see why. I don't like it. It's a loophole. They're taking out the formality of a hello or an introduction or a reintroduction or an engagement in a conversation. That's not how you apply hello, Mr. Rich. No. I stopped them. I said, oh, that's not me. I'm Mr. Giordano. Oh, Mr. Giordania. Yeah, that's it. Idiots. I mean, just try. Ask. How do you say her last name? Giordano. Mr. Giordano, right this way. Oh, I would love it if somebody just gave me a little bit of smarts like that. Just one more time. Somebody prove me I'm wrong about society. They can't do it because I see it everywhere I go. I know. They see you talking to yourself. I know. Thanks, Ed. Mucho gusto, generoso. Now I'm depressed, so. But it's true. Right? Joe John, what's up, man? There will be blood. I am not Mr. Rich. I am Mr. Tchaikovsky Giordano. I just don't like it. It takes the basic language and dummies it down for the people who don't want to learn. And that is where society is taking us and has been taking us for 20 years. I've been saying it as long as I've been doing this show. I can't believe how stupid people are. Not this show, a show. Since 2006, I work in customer service. I did most of my whole life. Customer service, sales, same shit. I'm always selling myself, so I always have to be on. And when you leave the house, you should be on. Show a little self-respect, you know? Dress up a little, lift your pants up, put a tighter hat on. Don't wear the loose, collared neck. Don't have an alien hanging off your, chesticles. I'm sorry, you gotta go.
Asshole.
Hey. That's what I mean. People just don't give a shit anymore. They just don't. And they drag it into my ufology. It is my ufology. I feel it's mine. You put in 20 years, it's yours too. You put in 10 years, it's yours. What the hell's going on? Hold on. I don't know where that came from. All right. Well, we've got a big show to do, as always. Lots of stuff to talk about. I want to start off with where we were yesterday for a moment. This has got to stop. Why this is continuing on, it is beyond me. I don't get it. This Bigfoot off the train, remember? It's a proven hoax. Now it's been proven. Well, this morning, you know, we see from, oh, Alien Girl posted this. I didn't realize that was her. This is located in, I'll show you, you know, you remember the video, the Bigfoot, it, you know, looked like it was sitting down playing a fiddle or patty cake or something. Yeah, it's proven a hoax, but the media wanted to, and I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the hoax. And I said it when we were watching the video. It looks like a guy in a costume, because it did. I couldn't zoom in on it, but here's the story. It's a hoax. The Sasquatch Expedition Campers. It took Green Street, he says, 4 minutes to discover that that was a hoax. It's a guy. They do Bigfoot train rides all the time. The guy likes to get out all the time when the train passes. And then they have a picture of him with the conductor. And that pretty much looks like the guy. Unreal. No, you're kidding me. No, that's a real Bigfoot. The government got to them. Huh? Nah, it's a fake. And it looked fake. But, you know, gullibles. Anyway, just wanted to let you know, another hoaxer. Gotta go. Who's this guy? I almost forgot. It's that time. Beginning of every show. Hey. 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 It's doing it again. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No. No. It's missing. The Lou. My Lou. He's not a UFO guy. It's missing. I must have deleted it by accident. Damn it. Sorry. Well, you get the idea. Oh, here's the history. We can do it this way. Here we go. Oh. No, it's over. I lost it. Yeah. Damn it. Sorry. How did I do that? I'll never find that again. That makes me a little sad. All right, moving on. I guess we don't get to learn anything today. No reminder, but just know this. He knows we know. Exactly. Did you see the old-timer reunion? 25 years from now. Yeah. This is what's coming in, well, they're saying 2050. I say 2040 because a lot of these people are really old already. Like they're my age. But check it out. Here's the future. That's what the future holds for you. Disclosure Con 2050, the All-Star Reunion Tour. Big things are coming. Yeah, big things are coming. Yeah, look at Corbel. George Knapp passed away. Yeah, that's true. This dickhead, too bad. He didn't take George's role. And that looks really good, what they did with these guys. That looks real. That looks real. Yep, they're coming for you. I don't think Travis Taylor is going to look that good. I don't think he's going to look that good in 25 years. He's a blonde redhead. Yeah, once they hit 45, 50, it's over. It's true. I want to ask you this. In this video clip I'm going to play from 1989, Bob Lazar says that aliens sees humans as containers. Do you remember that? How does he know what they're thinking? How does he know? And why would you say such a thing like that? That really makes no sense for Lazar to say such a thing. Like, how would he know? Whoa, that was weird.
Hey, Joe.
Hello, Jeremy, what's up? You could hear your own voice.
To have. My perspective is a little different in that people are always coming at me with fake information, like every day, all the time. But the people
says the guy who gives out the fake information. I love that stuff.
That we have been able to kind of interface with. I wish there was an adult in the room. I wish that this was orchestrated through the media. It would give me some sort of hope that someone has some sort of control on this, and that has not been my experience.
Okay, what is your experience? Like, what's your impression of how it's all happening?
It's a big question. I don't know where to start on that, but here's what I know. I know that there are people in government.
Secrecy. Nobody wants to admit if you're...
Are we going to be able to verify some...
So Corbell doesn't answer the question. He just goes, here's what I know. Right? Why doesn't he answer the question a little bit?
That think that people are running amok and there must be oversight, not just financially, but if these types of technologies actually exist.
Right. Who's in control of them and why? And who has access to them and why?
I mean, we have a history of
right
disinformation and misinformation put out to the public and to Congress by the intelligence community,
and
by the Pentagon.
You.
They lie all the time.
Oh my God, isn't that weird? Don't you think it's a little funny hearing these guys talk that way, and they're the ones that are giving us the bullshit disinformation campaign? Don't you think that's funny? I love it. I love hearing these guys, man. This is why I listen to them. They are the biggest hypocrites, and they do it with a straight face, which is alarming, but you can still see. Oh, we're going to talk about portals tonight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go into a portal any moment. No, that wasn't it. Now listen to George go on here. It's not that long.
It's part of the turf. It's part of the job. But for them to then go into closed door briefings with members of Congress, with the oversight committees who handle their budgets, for them to lie about that, that's another matter. And I don't think they would because they could get busted for it. A lot of stuff is coming out now. And I know we get asked all the time, who's behind this push?
Hey, this was done a while ago, this interview, months ago. Nothing's come out since. Okay, just keep a tab on it. Nothing has come out.
It looks like it's one big movement.
I know it's only been 4 months since Grush came out, which is nothing in the grand scheme of time in this field. So when nothing happens for 4 months, we start to get a little itchy and wonder, when are we going to see something? Well, we've got 30 more, maybe 40 more whistleblowers to hear. That is roughly 40 plus hours, because, they usually go from anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. But, with all the cuts and questions and shit in between, that's a good 50 hours of stuff we're going to have to sit through, which is literally like, it would take 10 to 20 congressional hearings to get through all of those whistleblowers at 2 or 3 at a time. They're not going to keep people on TV for 2 hours in a congressional hearing longer than that, especially on UFOs. So this is a really, really crucial time. If you really want to get disclosure, you should have done it while we were locked down. They should have. That was the time to do it. But it would have been too much. What do you mean? We got a lockdown, we got aliens, the sky's falling. A good time, yeah, because everybody was pretty much at home. But that could have created chaos. Because with everybody at home and the threat of an alien species in the distance, people would have said, oh, they're coming. Holy shnikey, let's get some iPhones for free. Huh? They're free. They are? They are now. And the riot started. It only takes one. And bada boom. It's inevitable. If disclosure happens, people will loot on purpose because that's what has been spoken about that's going to happen. So we've already put it out there in the universe. It is going to happen. Just like a Band-Aid. Right off. Should have done it 75 years ago. Once they found out what Roswell or whatever was all about, they should have dropped the bomb then. You know what I mean. They should have told us, hey, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, sorry, so saddy, but aliens are here now. Now what? Now what? You want to have another war while we have alien technology tucked away in the garage of the United States of America? Come on. Come on. Maybe that's why nobody attacks. Maybe that's why nobody takes on America. Hell yeah. Hey. How'd that get by me? Hold on. Thank you very much, Claudia. That is like a nice, generous, and very kind thing to do. I said nice twice, basically. I'm very grateful. Thank you. And it's always good to see you too. Yeah. Even without the 20. It is. I am very happy that you decided to still come here and join the show. Thank you for the support. As always, it goes right back into this show, this life, this 2-hour feature of scary but real ufological news. UFO? No, don't ever say that again. It's UFO psilocybin, whatever what was said by Cosmic. Thank you, Claudia Rodriguez, everybody. Throwing down a 20 spot. Thank you. It was really nice. Very generous. It is. It's weird, shocking, and I just want to entertain now. Now I just want to give you the best I can give, which I do every night. And I feel like I'm losing sight because of people like this. It just says things as if they're real without any confirmation or provation that they're real. Yes, provation. It's a new word. Look it out. Let's hear what the original journalist has to say. Actually, who came first? Linda Moulton Howdy Doody or Knapp? I think Linda was first. She came out in like the early 80s with the cattle mutilations and the crop circles. Linda Moulton Howdy Doody has more tenure in the UFO community than George Knapp. I think I'm right about that. He came out in 88, 89.
As opposed to a bunch of different things that all happened in approximately the same time. It's kind of been organic. Different people have come forward, and it encourages other people to come forward, as opposed to somebody doing a master manipulation of the whole thing.
No. It's not organic. I'm telling you, the whistleblower thing is not an organic thing. It looks that way. Just like it looks like they care about disclosure when they haven't given us anything yet in 7, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, forever. Nah.
What resistance is there to this information getting out?
there's resistance on like multiple levels. So despite
information's
what you
out.
believe to be true or not true, the big question is, are we going to be able to verify some of these claims? That's all I care about.
You know
right?
where we're at?
If we're back engineering some of these craft.
You know where we are at in ufology? We are at the precipice of reality and lies. Wait, did I say that right? And where it breaks off. Because that's where we're at. We're about to see something that can take us in another direction for the future forever, or we can stay right here where it's safe and nobody takes any chances or risks to tell the real truth, to go against the government. So what? You spend 20 years in jail. Look what you did for the world. You'll go down as a hero. Freedom schmeedom. Give me the info. Give me the info. I'm telling you, email me, goofonradio@gmail.com. Any whistleblower out there that's legit, that wants to tell the story of all stories, I'm here for you, but I got to prove who you are before that goes public. No, let's blow the lid off it. I'll do it. I have nothing to live for. They'll have to pay for all my medical. They will, or they'll just let me die and suffer. Either way, you win. You would get the truth. Or would you? See, that's the sad thing about being a whistleblower. You don't know who to trust. How can you trust anybody? Hell, I wouldn't trust Corbell. Knapp. No. Who do you trust? Who do you go to? Who would you go to? We ask that question all the time. Who do you trust? Who do you go to? Who do you believe? Who do you follow? Right? I follow the people that sound like they're making the most sense. There you go. That's what I like to do. And these guys, although a lot of things they say sound great, and I want to believe them, when it comes down to it, I don't have to debunk them. They do it all themselves with everything they say. And you can see Greenstreet points it out. John Greenwald points it out. Other people point it out. It's obvious to the point everybody's pointing out the problems with these guys. But yet, mainstream media takes them in as little darlings of information. And they don't talk to us. Citizen G. Maybe they don't want to talk to us. They're okay living in fantasy land. Can you imagine going on a show like Tucker Carlson and saying, look, everything you have learned over the last 5 years, Tucker, is a lie. And I've been screaming at you for 5 to 6 years to have me on. Your producer called me. I couldn't get on unless I had UFO footage or an alien, right? You don't want to hear the truth, though. But you'll hear me come in with, if I had alien technology, right, got it. Well, here I am. And let me tell you what the truth is. The truth is the whole entire field is full of shit. Can I swear? I can. It's full of shit. Remember that guy, Elizondo? Yeah, remember that guy? He turned into a bully, created several accounts. It's all out there. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. He admitted to it. He came into the field, counterintelligence guy, said, I'm here. I'm not about UFOs or a disclosure. I'm here to use my skills in the UFO community to find out what each one of you are thinking about what's going on behind the scenes. It doesn't make any sense, does it? No. But why'd he do it? They attacked me. They attacked other people to have our channels taken down because we didn't agree with what they said. Does that sound like a counterintelligence agent to you? Somebody who's working on the UFO phenomenon for disclosure? Doesn't to me. Sounds like a troll, a big fat troll who wants to make a living on lies and fantasy land. Tucker, everything they said was half truth. You want to know why? Because that's what we got. We had our little congressional hearing, but what did we get? 0.8 of a second of a video that was blurry. Thank you for disclosure. Thank you for opening our doors and eyes and ears. The government doesn't want us. It's all about money for the defense contractors. They have to create a threat. Why do you think that's all they talked about was the threat? How many people were killed by UFOs on an airline? How many? 0. That we know of, but still, no witnesses ever said a UFO has ever been seen, shot, recorded, or taken down by a UFO. There is no threat. The threat is the unknown. The threat is what they make up to make the other countries think that we might have this crazy technology that could outmaneuver everything they have. That's a weapon, which is a lie. China is light years ahead of us in technology. You know that about the drone technology. I heard you talk about it right here on your podcast. Yeah. So I'm telling you, everything you think you know, think the opposite, and that's the truth, Tucker. That's why I'm here to tell you it's And we'll be right back after this message. God, that'd be great. Oh, the ratings would go through the roof. Let's listen to more.
Then I believe that we should have the discovery process to find out if things like what David Grush has said under oath, that he has literally put his well-being and his safety on the line for, if that is true.
No, he did not. That's another lie. He didn't put himself in jeopardy. He didn't do anything dangerous. He talked to, hey, government, Ma, Dad, come here, I want to ask you something. This is Grush talking to the government. Can I go out and talk about this? I think it's bad and somebody needs to know. Well, we'll let you talk about this, that, and the other thing. Can I talk about this, that, and that other thing? Not the other thing. Just this, that, and the other thing. No thing. No thing. No thing. Okay, I'm going out and talking about it. And he goes out and he looks like I just sounded. Oh. Grush. Rhymes with crush. Crushing hopes and dreams. Hope you have a nice future. Autism boy. I called him autism boy. That's not good, is it? That's terrible. How dare you call him autism boy? It's autism man. You know that would be an argument that I would have with those disclosure bees. Yeah.
True, then we have a duty to find out.
Duty.
So the pushback comes from many levels. There's stigma.
Duty pushback.
Huge,
ew.
Dude. Like it is political toxicity for some of these senators to even, people don't want to know. They don't want me to say I ever talk with them. It's like a toxic environment politically, the UFO thing.
Because everybody thinks
it's toxic. It's toxic. What is he, British now? He's toxic. Is he from stratosphere?
Then we have a duty to find out.
Duty.
So the pushback comes from many levels. There's stigma. It's
duty, pushback, stigma. I'm going to throw up. Listen.
Fucking huge, dude. Like it is political toxicity for some of these senators to even, people don't want to know. They don't want me to say I ever talk with them. It's like a toxic environment politically.
It's like a toxic environmental capital. I don't know.
UFO thing.
Because everybody thinks it's bullshit, or you're a loon if you believe it.
God, I like that shirt.
But quite a few people.
Not just that. It doesn't help you get reelected, man.
Right.
And then when you start poking the bear and going into the oversight committees and the Senate Intelligence Committee and the, all these things, they're like, whoa, this is our territory. Why are you, as Congress, pushing on us? Why are you doing that? Like this.
You know about it already, government. This is Corbell imagining what the government's thinking without actually knowing what the government's thinking. They allowed. I can't do this anymore. I can't. We got more things to talk about. Ridiculous. No, it's ridiculousness. Can I be on the bigger screen now? I got to get me a new me. How about DeShlong? Where's Tom DeShlong? Hello? Friday night. Oh, hold on. I did hear it. Somebody said, check your, oh, okay. Checking. Holy crap sticks. Aw. Oh, no, Samantha. That is really nice. Samantha Morris with $5 on PayPal. And what you said was really nice. Thank you. You don't have to think that way. But thank you very much. She said because Nah, I'm going to leave it. No, you're very nice. Thank you for the support. Just being here. Thank you, though. The PayPal is, it's instant. So it goes right back into the kitty cat. Thank you. Hey, Moody Mongol, everybody. Throwing down a 10-pound, 10-quid GBP. Man, oh man. Let me see. What does it say? Friday the 13th tribute payment for a new hockey mask and machete. Thanks, man. That was cool, Moody. Moody Mongol, everybody. Throwing it down like it's paperweight. That doesn't make sense much. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Moody Mongol, 10 bones on PayPal. The most preferred way. Mucho gusto, generoso. And Andrew, 420 Goofonian Rockstar, also known as Andrew, with a $2 super chat saying the king of ufology, Dr. G. Yeah, a king and a doctor? That's a lot of pressure for a guy like me. I'm just an average guy. I was going to say an average Joe. That's why I went, I'm an average guy. I'm just an average guy. But let's go with king. I don't want to be a doctor. Doctors are known as smarmy and stuck up and know-it-alls. All right, Dr. G it is. Dr. G in the house. What the hell? Thank you very much. I'm the king of ufology, Dr. G. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, man. I appreciate you doing that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Should have made it 200. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Or am I? No, thank you very much, everybody. I do appreciate any amount, believe me, at this stage in the game. And, things are going to be good. Things are getting better. I don't want to have to tell you. If you haven't seen the members video, I put one up yesterday. I'm going to put up another one tomorrow. It'll be better. It'll be a little bit outdoors. So we'll do something nice tomorrow. All right. Back to the show. Danny Sheehan. I like Danny Sheehan. Can I say that out loud? Do not put me in a portal and have me go back in time where I find out Danny Sheehan isn't what Danny Sheehan is. This guy's a lawyer on the Constitution. And not only that, morals, basically, for the Constitution. He's a constitutional moralistic lawyer with no morals. This guy's heard it all, seen it all in ufology. If you ever want to sit down at a party and talk to somebody in ufology, I choose Danny Sheehan first. I would sit and talk with Sheehan. He's seen it all. He has to. He has to know what he's defending. He has to know and see what he's up against. This guy's seen evidence. Yeah. Didn't you know they added new consonants on words? When you get mad, you have to put at the end. I'm looking at it. I don't know why people back east do that. What are you talking about? Get out of here with that shit. Hey, Bafangu, eh? So, watch Sheehan talk to Shabooble, Stephen Greenstreet, talking about, well, you'll see. Guess who's who? Who's who? One's got hair, one's got there, nair. This is Danny Sheehan, and this is Space Bassett. It's Stephen Bassett. It's not a Bassett. He's not a vasectomy. Go. It's Stephen Vasectomy? No! Is he like that actor? Buscemi? It's Buscemi. And no,
basically these craft. And so we're trying to stay focused on these because that's the key to everything. The focusing on these craft, the sightings that have been going on of the craft, the sightings of the occupants of these craft, the recovery of these craft, the studying of the technology of these craft, trying to figure out who's behind these craft. That's the key. That's what we're talking about here.
That's a bunch of bullcraft from a filibustering noodlehead. Hey.
It's not just some general anomaly that's going on.
Strudel?
It's a very specific thing that's going on. And it's only anomalous in that it's completely different than the other kind of things that are going on our planet. And it's anomalous to that. But the fact of the matter is...
Wait. He is saying it's anomalous. Like it's almost a normal thing. Right? Don't you get the feeling he's saying, hey, you know, it's not normal, so you say it isn't normal and you make it paranormal. That's what I'm hearing him say. But the reality is, folks, this is happening everywhere in every state, in every block, in every city. And a lot of people have been witnesses, first-hand account, not hearsay. And they have disclosed that information with him and videos and things you and I will never see. That's what I want to see when disclosure happens. In my next life. But Sheehan, the way he's filibustering, this guy's passion. I like the passion.
We're talking about UFOs here. And that we're going to fight our way back through this so that the citizenry who has succeeded in putting the pressure on to get this issue addressed is clear about what it is we're talking about.
First of all, and I have to stop it because I hate the word citizenry. Just say citizens. Secondly, the citizens are, how should I say, ignored. We have zero say, zero pull, push, or give or take in this field when it comes to the government. How do I know? I know people who are close. Not just the Cousins brothers. There's other people I know that give me information without me asking. And they're like, hey, guess who I spoke with? And I'm like, you got to be shitting me. Guess who I overheard? Guess what? Things like that come up a lot from certain sources that are around these people. So, yeah, I do get a little tidbit of information here and there, but nothing that's going to blow open anything just yet. But holy crap, things that people send me in the past, it's just like, if I talk about that, I don't know what to expect. So I am not talking about that. Claims that they got pictures and video of moon bases, Atlantis. You've seen it and heard it all. It's all a ruse. But Danny Sheehan's seen, if there's anything real in this subject, I think he's seen it.
About here. We're talking about UFOs. We're talking about ETs. We're talking about an extraterrestrial civilization that has been coming and going to and from our planet for decades now and longer. And that's the issue that we've got to get Congress to come.
Did you see the nose wipe? He wasn't sure about that comment. Watch. He does a nose wipe when he's not sure about something.
To and from our planet for decades now and longer.
They've been coming and going to and from our planet for decades, even longer. Swipe.
For decades now and longer.
Swipe.
And that's the issue that we've got to get Congress to come to grips with. Okay?
So we have to get Congress to come to grips with something that doesn't exist. How do you do that? You just keep telling them. Just keep telling them it's real, it's real, it's real, it's real. How do you know? Where's the proof? So-and-so said it. Who said it? I can't tell you that. Well, you're going to have to tell me if you need my approval, my signature, my okay. You want to pass that bill? You want to get funding for X, Y, and Z? You let me know what 1, 2, and 3 is. Weeks go by. He comes back. All right, I got to have you sign an NDA for 1, 2, 3. They come in. They sign the NDA. 1, 2, 3 is... Holy shit. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, I've got to tell somebody. You can't tell anybody. You just signed an NDA. Of lies. So my thing is, just say it. Just tell us. We have alien bodies at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, 4 stories below level purple. I don't know what that means. It's just what I've been told. I had an upload in my brain when I slept last night. Ah, that's great.
That's what the people want to know about. That's what the church is talking about. That's what the church is talking about, our having to...
Hold on a second, Sheehan. Hold on. Wow, did that just take a turn for the weird? So we're talking about politics, and all of a sudden, we throw religion into the mix. Jesus. How did that happen? What a transition. Listen.
Okay, and that's what the people want to know about. That's what the church is talking about. That's what the church is talking about, our having to reflect upon the profound philosophical and theological questions that are posed to our human family by this realization.
Ah, there it is. Our theological gestures. We're going to get our theologians out there and figure it out because they're smarter than you. Because they read the Bible. Because they believe and have faith. Because they believe and have faith in the Bible. And it doesn't matter. What do we say here all the time? It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what you want to believe. And that's all I ever cared about. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to just hear what I have to say. If it sounds good, look into it. Don't take my word for it. But I'm telling you, when we go over stuff here and I talk about things, what I do is I just tell you what they're saying and I'm interpreting it with the knowledge I have in the field and the things I see when they speak and hear when they talk. And you know, it may be natural for me to see those things and hear those things. It may not be for you, but I'm not here saying I know it all. Because I don't. Nobody knows anything. That's the beauty of the whole field. Everybody's right and everybody's wrong. Why? Because there's no proof. No proof. I can't prove that aliens are here, nor can they. I can't prove we have alien ships here, nor can they. Well, they tell us about it under oath. Please. Please, watch this. Watch this. Ready? I slept with J-Lo last night. On the Bible, right hand up to God. I did. Prove me I didn't. Go ahead, ask her. She won't remember. Did you put a Bill Cosby? What? What was that? And by the way, J-Lo, no sex appeal in J-Lo. She's not sexy to me. She's cute, but not sexy. Maybe it's, even when she was brand new, I didn't think, wow, she's got a whole bunch of sex appeal. No, nobody felt that way. Everybody just looked at her and was like, she's hot. But nobody talked about, you know what? I know this is ufology. I just want to let the guys and girls know about J-Lo, because I think it's important you know what I think about J-Lo. All right. Sheehan. Richie like. Richie trust, but Richie like. Now we'll get to DeLong. Do you want to know what DeLong's doing? Do you want to know what I don't either, but I have to tell you this. This is amazing. You want to know what's really going on? Just follow Tom DeLong. I got to tell you, he knows everything. Hey, he says, there's a different groups at work here. You know, one of them has always been there since antiquity and beyond. There are groups from other solar systems. Those are bad news, bad aliens. Far away aliens, bad. Close aliens, good. When you find out what's really been going on for thousands of years and you realize, holy cow, someone owns us. And there might actually be more than one and they don't like each other. And we might be the victims of a proxy war. It's a big deal. That's why we're taking the time to roll this out over several years. blah, blah, blah. That's why we're taking the time to roll this out over several years. That was hard for me to say. See, the loophole that he created, several years creating a loophole with those two words. Yeah, with those two words. Because what he did, he extended beyond what their goal was. The 5-year plan. Remember the 5-year plan? We're going to have interdimensional, intermetamaterial into the ocean, stars and avalanches, whatever. We're going to build that ship with $3 million of your hard-earned money. Not really. We just made a little TV show out of it and spent some things on Bugatti. This is such horse shit. Tom DeLonge, please. Your heart's in the right place. But GTFO. Thank you. Thank you. GTFO ufology. What happened on Friday the 13th? Well, on this day in the year, are you ready for this? 1307. On Friday, King Philip of France, with the consent of Pope Clement V, falsely accused the Order of the Knights Templar of heresy to relieve his debts to them. They were tortured into confession and burned at the stake. Happy Friday the 13th. Yeah, nice, right? It's a shame. All on, what was the word? Hearsay. Hey, Grush, be lucky it ain't 1307 today. Gush. See? Hearsay. Capiche? Grush made a mush. So did Cuckhold. Rose Cuckhold, also known as the Australian journalist loser wannabe, Ross Cuthort. Him and his huge UFO scam. The biggest grift in ufology today, other than Avi Loeb. He says on this huge, this huge UFO that's too big to move, so they built the building over it, but he's not going to tell us where it is, or people will rush it, like Area 51, he said. What a schmuck. You are a joke. And a grifting journalist who's looking for a paycheck. And I don't know who's paying you to come up with this stuff. But by golly, George, you suck at it. You suck at this job. When he first came out, Rose Cuckold did, with Grush, and we were all for it. Until he started acting like a grifter does. And that's what he's doing. He's creating a narrative for something that doesn't exist and something you and I can never prove until he tells us where to look. It's the biggest grifting piece of shit hoaxing lie that they make. This is typical. Typical. And that's why what do I call it? Ross Cuthort is Rose Cuckold. The bitch of ufology. Because you lie. And nobody likes a liar, especially when you claim to be a journalist, which we knew you were until your own people threw you out because of your ways of doing business. Shady, allegedly, but not really allegedly because, if you look it up, he's a dick. Rose Cuckold is an ass and shouldn't be in this field. Makes George Knapp look like a schoolgirl. Oh, I'm holding back tonight because I know things. All right, this has turned out to be a fake, and you know how I know? You want to know why I know this is a fake? Because James Fox told me so. Well, not me personally. Us, in the community. Because he would know, right? he would know what the alien looked like at the Vargine. Right? He would know. Nope, that's not it. He said, nope, ain't it. And why isn't it it? No, it's not what was described. It was exactly what was described. Nope, it's not it. Can't be real. Looks fake. It does. Looks real to me. Looks real to me. Why would they put it? Why would they fake? Why would they? No, this is real. This is not real. It's not real. I like the little Speedo it's wearing too, right? Calvin Klein's. Look at the eyes. You think it's real? Or do you think it's a hoax? Dude. Look at the Speedos. I couldn't stop it. Anyway. I don't know, guys. All I know is Rose Cuckhold is dirty. In my opinion. Very, very dirty. We're not alone in the universe. Have you seen episode 42? Have you? Of what? Weaponized. What else? No, I'm just kidding. Check this out. Check it out. No, people are talking on the internet, and I like to hear what the kids are saying. You know, those 35-year-olds. Listen to this.
Got something for you guys.
In regards to
UFOs. Listen, it was a high-level intelligence guy that worked for the Pentagon.
Okay.
It's called the Arrow. He was a whistleblower. So he got this documentation and was told by people above him that...
Isn't this great? Because they don't know. The Arrow? That's like calling Mars the Mars. It's Arrow. You can, I know, but it just looked funny. All right, go ahead. Listen, I'm sorry. They're talking about Grush like we don't know who he is. It's so much fun to watch people not know.
There is a secret program within the military that have been collecting crashed UFOs, UAPs for decades now. And when he did this whole interview, he's like, there's different intelligent life. We're for sure not alone.
Oh, wow.
And the White House briefing, one of the journalists said, what do you have to say to that? Or basically, are we alone? And she's like,
I would refer that question to the Department of Defense and let them answer that question for you. Go ahead.
And it's like, why are they hiding it? Like, what do they have to gain from hiding it?
Yeah.
You know?
It's not what do they have to gain. It's what they lose. They gain security. Schmohawk, understand what you're talking about. All right. You got to give those kids a little bit of credit. At least they're trying to pay attention. At least they're trying. Right? Well, I tell you what. Portals are a thing of legend. Or are they reality? Everybody's familiar with Stargate, right? The movie / TV show. They found this machine, time portal, Stargate, in an archaeological dig site. And they've had it for all this time. And they just can't seem to figure out the symbol on how to get it to turn on. Oh, well, you know, they called Jack Bauer and he comes down, whatever the guy's name was. And Jack comes down and he figures it out in 38 minutes. He's like, oh, you didn't put this in with that. E = MC squared times 2. You got to put the times 2. Why? 2 portals. Yeah, I know. Put that in there. Watch what happens. Beep, 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 bing. In a rush of water. And they're standing there looking at a wave of mirrors, just wave after wave after wave. They see something. What is that, trees in the background? is that building? Whoa, whoa. I see something. Oh, I'm going through. Vroom, 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 vroom. And the portal closes. But you get trapped in another reality. You don't know what the hell just happened, but you're seeing buildings that look futuristic and flying things and people zip-zapping all over the place, all sorts of strange colors, sounds, and smells you've never seen before. Is this grass? What is this yellow grass? I've never seen grass like this. The sky is pink. It's happened. Never. That we're aware of. But that's what it would be like. Going through Stargate, walking in with your family in the forests, and then all of a sudden you're not there anymore. You're in blackness because you stepped into a natural wormhole. The Earth makes these. Yeah. You'll never be out of it. You're stuck there until you starve to death. So say goodbye to your reality forever. Family's going to look for you. You're going to see them walking right by and maybe even come out and pop out of that portal. Where am I? Oh, if I take my shoes off here, maybe they'll know to look for me around here. Now I have no shoes. There's my shoes. I can't grab them. And people are walking by. Now, I don't understand. We were just here yesterday. How are these shoes here? Hey, where are you? Lance, where are you? I'm over here. I don't know. Right? And you're on another side. And you guys, you're stuck. But a true story I am going to play for you. I played this story 2.5 years ago. Oh my God. I thought this was the long version. That's right. Here's the short version of the story. I know the story, so I can tell it to you. Check this out. This is a real, true story. Not a joke. Although there was a debunking video done on it, believe it or not.
Toronto firefighter named Danny Philippidis. The man went through a lot. Listen to this story. He was skiing in Whiteface Mountain, New York, skiing with his buddies. They get down to the bottom.
Slopes.
He's gone.
Where the Philippidis is Danny? Okay, so he's missing.
Yes.
So what did they go back up?
They did a big search party.
How long was he gone?
He showed up 6 days later.
Oh boy.
Sacramento, California.
Oh my
He
gosh.
called 911. Was like, where am I? How did I get here? And they show up and they're like, who are you? And I don't remember. I just remember falling asleep and then waking up here. To this day, they don't know how he got there.
So that's the end of the story?
Yeah.
What?
I saw an interview with him afterwards and he's like, I'm just grateful I'm alive.
This sounds exactly like the UFO story.
Yeah.
So it's not a potential portal. This might be potential aliens.
But he was so disoriented. He like pointed to a sign that was clearly a blue sign. And they're like, what's the color of that sign? He's like, green.
That dude was abducted.
You know what he is? He's a vehicle. He's got a little alien inside of him.
They're just like, so in...
Why not? Why not? Well, here's the interview with Danny Philippidis, the guy who went through a portal. Believe it or not, 5 years ago, this Toronto firefighter went on the news and talked about it. Check it out.
I mean, I'm back to work. I feel great. But, you forget about it for a few days and then someone or something jogs your memory and then you think back at it and it's still overwhelmingly shocking to that it happened. Still, I feel fortunate that I'm here, even just talking today because of all the potential things that I guess could have resulted. When I woke up and came to having it discussed with the fellas later on post
watching the body language. I hope you are too. Not so sure he's telling the truth. Let's keep watching. Lots of just
post week and having discussed later on with some of the ski patrol and the New York State Police. it was someone determined that I was probably on the kids' hill. I must have made a wrong turn, but somehow that's where I was. I wasn't in a high-level mountain area, or I was pretty well near the bottom of the hill. I didn't make.
So I was skiing, according to him, made a turn, and wound up, I don't know, a couple thousand miles away. And they're like, yeah, well, I don't think you made a left-hand turn and wound up in Albuquerque. Or where did he wind up? San Francisco, California. They don't believe him.
Make it to the main lodge because I think I headed towards the car, which is adjacent to the
Did you
lodge.
see him? Did you see what he did? The ear grab? Check it out.
Mountain area, or I was pretty well near the bottom of the hill. I didn't make it to the main lodge.
He's lying about something right there. I did make it to the main lodge. Maybe the timing isn't right of the story, or he was somewhere else. Something's not right.
Because I think I had...
Same thing Greer does.
I headed towards the car, which is adjacent to the lodge. And then with my vehicle not there, it really got...
He's not making eye contact. His eyes are darting. Yeah, this is probably most likely him not sure what happened. Either that or it's a hoax. Why would a firefighter out of nowhere come up with a hoax like this? Good question. I'll tell you why. Because he's a person. And people can think of a lot of stuff. Who knows? Maybe he had financial troubles. Maybe he thought about leaving his family and had a second, second doubt. What do they call that? Maybe he doubted.
A little overwhelming. And
folding the
I
arms.
think that's when I'm assuming, I hailed
Swallow.
or, put my arm up or something like that just to hail a ride.
Does this sound like somebody who's telling you the truth? Because I was, going down and sitting at the front office and, made a nice turn and, they said, this is where I'm at. And that's not how somebody tells the truth. Somebody tells the truth the way we're talking now. Look, hey, all I can tell you is I was skiing. I went where I thought was the easy hill and wound up in California. Now, I wound up in California and people were looking at me like I had 3 heads. All I know is I'm in California wearing ski equipment. All right? I didn't do this as a joke. This really happened. I must have slipped through a time portal and you're sitting here acting like I didn't when I know I did. How did I wind up 1,000 miles away? That's how somebody tells a story. No, that's not somebody who was caught in a time portal. Sorry, let's listen to the rest of the lie.
Back into town. It was a truck.
Okay. Like a transport?
Like a transport.
Okay.
Like she shouldn't have to dig. It was a transport truck. It had big, huge tires. Never seen anything like it. The guy said, hey, you lost? I said, I'm in a snorkel jacket. Of course I'm lost. It's 80 degrees out here. Hop on in. I'll bring you back to the ski lodge. 2,000 miles away? Say what?
And I don't know if I said anything. I don't really recall having, I'm just assuming that I hailed a ride, and I'm not certain if I said anything, but I would assume that I must have said, if you can get a ride or something.
God, this is
The doctor
awful.
says, I think you had a severe head injury and it was temporary, and everything's going to be normal for you moving forward. After 3 days, 4 days, 5th day.
Which one was it? 3, 4, 5? No, just keep throwing numbers out until it feels right.
I think there's a lot of despair, a lot of stress on them in the sense that it just didn't look reasonable that I would.
Wow, man, I'm uncomfortable watching this guy. Watch him squirm in the chair the whole time. Watch the squirming.
A lot of stress on them in the sense that.
Watch. Right here, come.
Just didn't look reasonable.
Right there.
That I would be found okay. Dad was here, Dad was gone, and wow, Dad's back. We can almost talk about anything now.
He shakes his head no just about everything he says.
In a sense that, I was close to them before, but even closer.
Oh, you know what?
Now.
I bet you. I bet you he was trying to leave his family and had second thoughts. I believe it. I believe this guy was trying to skip town and had second thoughts about it. Hence, your time travel or portal story. Shane Reed, everybody, throwing out a $5 super dono. And I don't know who much, but I know how to love you. Thank you, Shane Reed. Good to see you, man. I seen you in here the past couple of shows. Mucho gusto, generoso. Shane Reed, everybody. Thanks, Shane. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Right? I thought so. Right? What do you say there, Laureen Renee? Okay, this guy sucks, but that doesn't mean portals don't exist. He looks like an uncomfortable 5-year-old. Are you talking about me? No. The guy does sucks, and he does look like an uncomfortable 5-year-old. Welcome to Goof On. I tell you, these people that come up with these stories. Have you ever, listen to this, have you ever heard of the Moon Eyes people? The Moon Eyes people. I'm thinking about doing a show next week on this, so I have to do some research, but I don't remember the Moon Eyes people. Why don't I know this? For some reason, it does bring back a little bit of some sort of dashing memory but everything runs together in this field if you're in it long enough. All right, let's take a listen.
Have you heard of the Moon-Eyed people?
Oh, no, yeah.
There's all these legends across North America of these people with fair skin, light hair, and pale eyes. This legend starts in Wales. There's a civil war breaking out. Prince Madoc, he didn't want to die by his brother's hand. He's like, I'm going to go explore. Goes to North America, but is never seen again. 500 years later, there's a missionary from Wales, Morgan Jones. He lands in South Carolina, starts doing mission work. The natives capture him. He's about to be beheaded. He yells out, I've escaped so many perils.
Have I done so just to die
like a dog? That's when the chief comes out. The chief is a small, pale-skinned, big-eyed, light-haired human who comes out, walks up to him, and says, you shall not die today. What's crazy is that he spoke perfect Welsh.
Wow. That's crazy.
It gets even crazier. There's an establishment in Illinois called Cahokia, 6 square mile city, 40,000 people. The way it was built matches how things were built in Wales.
Please. He was a little fellow. We've seen small people before. We call them little people. He just came out. And he said, in perfect Welsh, mind you, this man shall not die. That was good enough for me. I don't know about that story. I am da-ba-da-ba-da. He comes out. Yeah, okay, let me see. Okay, all right. Everybody, he's good to go. Everybody, he's good. Back in the portal we go. I know I'm immature. And that's how I do. That's how I do. Oh my God. I can't help it. I just saw this pop up. Rose Cuckhold again. She is really flooding herself in ufology. I'm not even going to say what she says here, but I'm going to play it. And you tell me, is he talking a bunch of... Think about this. Rose Cuckhold, she just got here a couple of years ago. Doesn't understand ufological history, the ufology of it. He thinks he knows because he's only heard it from one side of ufology. He doesn't know there's another side. I'll take that back. He knows there's another side of ufology, but he chooses not to listen to it because he doesn't want to get poisoned with the truth. No, I'm serious. He has to be a straight grifter from here on out. You go full grift and people will believe you. If you go a little bit grift and then you're still a debunker, he's gone full on grift. He's doing it. This guy is making a career out of bullshit. And he shouldn't be here.
I have an eerie sense of it. It's kind of weird. Every time
And he keeps his finger on his ear the whole time, which means every word he says is a lie. I can't even look at him. It makes me angry.
Basically want to walk away from ufology because it's just so bloody poisonous.
Oh, give me a break. You're part of the problem, Rose.
A lot of the time. Something nudges me. And I had another nudge. I can't talk about it, but I had another nudge. Another major
It's a burning urine
last week. And it was like, it was world rocking. It was kind of like, holy hell.
What? Oh, I had this big, terrible what? Well, it was just amazing. What happened? Well, you're not going to believe this.
And one thing that came out of it that I can talk about.
Oh, God, he's so important that he can't talk about things with us anymore.
Is that the implications of it are that, if true, a large part of what's been frustrating.
Loophole. He just threw the loophole out there. Do you see what he did? If true. It only takes 2 words. That's what these guys do. They're subliminal, yet directly in front of your face, but we ignore them. Well, I don't. But people ignore them, and they hear what they want to hear. Listen how he just slips it in there.
Is that the implications of it are that, if true, a large part of what's been frustrating our attempts to reverse engineer this technology is the problems with the shortage of people who have the capacity to consciously engage with whatever this technology is.
What? The shortage of people. No, this is really, I am going to take this quote and blow it up.
The shortage of people who have the capacity to consciously engage with whatever this technology is.
There's a shortage of people that can relate or engage with the, wait, what? I'm too busy thinking of what I want to say.
People who have the capacity to consciously engage with whatever this technology.
There's a shortage of people. Wait, what? That want to engage, that we need to, wait.
People who have the capacity to.
There's a shortage of people that have a capacity to engage. That is the biggest, stupidest thing I've ever heard. That is so dumb on every level of stupidity. There's a shortage of people. No.
With the shortage of people who have the capacity to consciously engage.
What does that mean? There's a shortage of people. Right? What does that mean? And why can't I remember it?
With the shortage of people who have the capacity to
the shortage of people who have the capacity
consciously engage.
To consciously engage. That to me doesn't make any sense.
With whatever this technology is.
There's a shortage of people. That's what he's saying. That don't have the time to consciously engage with this. Are you kidding me? Do you know how stupid that sounds? There's no shortage of people. There's an abundance of people. There's a shortage of trust. There's a shortage of truth. And you're lying your ass off with that statement. That is the biggest bullshit statement of the year. There is a shortage of people that can consciously work on this shit, is basically what he's saying. I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember. That is so fun. I love watching Rose Cuckhold talk.
And that you need a particular type of person to...
You need a particular type of person? This just gets better.
...operate this technology.
You need a particular type of person that can operate this technology.
Using your brain.
Using your brain.
And your consciousness.
And your consciousness. There's a shortage of, basically what he's saying is, there's a shortage of people with the skill set and the brain power, consciousness, to operate these thought-induced, provoked ships. How are you going to operate? You got to find the right vibration. Oh, stupid. It's stupid. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. He's getting this from Greer, Stratton, and other grifters in the field that make up shit that makes it real. Unbelievable. He buys into it. Lock, stock, and barrel. Asshole up in the air. That's this guy. Unbelievable. There's a shortage of people that their brain capacity cannot stand the consciousness of the flying of this ship. Shut the front door, you Pinocchio motherfucker. God, I hate her. She's a bitch. She is. And I mean that with no respect. No respect. I bet you, I'm going to throw this out there. In the next year, how much you want to make a bet? Because things are going to get thin next year in ufology. If the whistleblowers don't show up in the next few months, and next year clicks on by, and it's January, and now it's February, they don't do major shit in January or February. We're going to have to wait till March or April if there's going to be any activity, any, in ufology that is newsworthy. Rose Cuckhold will talk about mermaids as a possible reality, and he will have evidence. I'm just throwing it out. Could be a year from now, could be a month, but I think Rose Cuckhold will be into mermaids because ufology isn't going to work out for her. She's going down the wrong road. Hey, sometimes the wrong road does pay well. And that's all he cares about. All he cares about. But I'm telling you. And I say that because I saw this video and I want to play it for a second. It is about mermaids and stuff. It's kind of good. This is interesting. Because we were talking about some of this.
Had that video going around recently of those potential mermaids on the side of that ship in the middle of the ocean?
No.
What?
What are you talking about?
Are you serious?
Potential mermaids?
Jamie.
Oh yeah, remember that? That was whales. It turned out to be
Hiding from humanity because we have only discovered 10% of the ocean.
Hold on.
Oh God.
Yeah.
How do you think this is real? There's no way this is real. Imagine if I'm being, this is like the beginning of a movie, right? You and I are having this podcast. We're being super skeptical. And then in the movie, you find out there has been a very small group of mermaids that have existed in the ocean, hiding from humanity because we have only discovered 10% of the ocean.
This is a fun world to live in.
Is it this one?
Yeah, this guy.
All right. So this video is a couple years old, but...
Oh, okay.
No fucking way! Wait, I just threw this overboard. Y'all saw me throw it overboard. This... Are you fucking kidding me? That did not just...
So what is this guy saying?
He's got a couple of videos.
We just out here.
Seems like he spent a lot of time out in the water. You know?
That looks like...
So where are the mermaids?
Yeah, this is a much longer video than I've ever seen. Well, that was one of the sounds.
There you go.
You hear the jump for me?
That's crazy.
I didn't hear jump for me. Did you hear jump for me, Jamie?
No.
It's one of those things that somebody did the subtitles for it one time, and that always makes your brain register it a little bit easier.
He just has a few videos.
It's so funny. Remember, it's probably whales, but then they talk about this.
I've been an asshole making fun of this thing.
Cryptids, Bigfoot, mermaids, all that kind of shit. Because imagine this shit is real. Imagine this dude had a real experience, right?
I love the idea of all of those things you just mentioned. I really do. I love the idea. Yeah.
I love that you love that stuff.
I fucking love nonsense. I got so high once I watched the Patterson Bigfoot footage. I was like, oh my God, what if it's real? What if I've been an asshole making fun of this thing forever when it's actually really a Bigfoot?
Yeah. And I imagine you've had that encounter and the rest of the world thinks you're a fucking psychopath. That would feel so lonely.
But that moment only lasted like 15 minutes. The weed wore off a little bit. I was like, that shit is so fake.
This was a similar one. I don't know if you know anything about this.
I haven't
Matt.
seen this.
So this guy, I've seen this video multiple times. Supposedly this guy saw a giant on the side of a hill.
A giant?
Oh yeah, this is stupid. Remember?
I'll try to find it while I'm
what
talking.
What are you looking at? Do you see something?
I don't see anything.
Yeah,
This is the guy.
Moving there?
I'm trying to find
This is the guy who saw, like up the street from where he lives on a mountaintop, he saw what he thought was like a very large humanoid person. And then he wound up posting it, the findings. And then there was a video of him. He went missing for like 2 weeks. Then he came back and he said, I lied about everything. It's a hoax. I was just joking. And then he wound up dying a few days later over this
specific thing, but there is it looks just like this, and you can see a person.
He saw a UFO. I've captured a very similar UFO. I'll show it to you soon in a minute.
Silhouette of a person on the side of that hill. It's weird from this far away. You could see that. That's
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what I'm looking at in that video.
Yeah,
of course you don't, because you're not in ufology.
I saw the zoom in, but the zoom was in the sky.
It doesn't make sense to me either. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't see shit. Like, where is this supposed to be this person? These people, it's like blob squatches.
Joe Rogan is so high.
That's one of the things that Bigfoot hunters, they just start seeing shadows that look like Sasquatch, and they're convinced.
I don't know.
It's a perspective thing.
Yeah, I don't know how far away that zoom is.
Yeah,
it's far.
That could be a 6 foot tall dude up there.
Yeah, I mean, also humans are 6'7", 7 foot sometimes.
That's not that big.
So they're claiming this guy died, actually, apparently.
Oh,
the mountain guy up there?
No, okay, apparently he says, all right, I didn't, this is this video was only posted recently.
Okay.
Admission that it was a hoax?
It was a hoax, and then he died.
Oh,
he made an admission the video was a hoax, and then he died.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Oh, well.
Joe goes, it probably wasn't related. I think he died of a car accident or something. I'm not sure. Or he went missing. Very strange story, though. Very strange story. But you see, that's the thing. We want to believe that there is because people go missing. Travis Walton and those guys saw, and the only reason I'm saying it now because they saw something that looked like a UFO. What if it wasn't a UFO? What if it looked like a UFO, but it was an actual Stargate that flew and it transports you? I've been coming up with this crazy idea lately, and it came from a dream of all places. I was flying my drone and I was wearing one of those 3D goggles. I have them, right? The Oculus, but you can buy them for drones now. And if you connect it right with the right software, you can FPV your drone. It's really cool. But in the dream, I was doing it. And in the dream, it was real. It's like I was flying the drone and then I wasn't in my reality anymore. I was somewhere else. Do you remember the game Star Fox? Anybody remember that? It was a Nintendo game. And you had to fly through these circles in the sky to get extra time. They were like portals. And it reminded me of that. It always has, and I want to pull it up. You sister's ass. It's not STWR, it's STAR, Fox. Let me pull up some images here. Well, I got it, but I don't see the thing. Oh, here it is. Let me pull it up. It kind of looked like that. That's amazing. And it makes me wonder if Travis Walton and the guys saw this. Same thing. Hold on. This right here. Yeah, it kind of looked like that. I mean, that's just a choo-choo train with the portal in it, right? No, that's not it. It's this. It looked like that, but Star Fox is this game. But it did have lights on it. I thought it was Star Fox. I could swear it was this game. I'm telling you. Where are the things you fly through? Here it is. Is this it? No. Here it is. There they are. They looked like the rings. I guess that's it. I remember them having lights on it. There it is. It's something similar. There we go. Now we're getting to it. I think that's it. I think we fly through those. Okay. I knew it looked like the octagon, but I thought it was that train. But I haven't played this game in 20 years. Long time. More than that. 30 years. 35. I'll be honest with you. It's been a long time. 35 years. No. It was 40 years ago I played this game. I wasn't even 20. 30 years ago, I was 25. And I definitely wasn't playing this game at 25. I was playing sports. Sports games. Hockey, football, team stuff. That's what we used to play. I played Star Fox on an IBM computer first time I ever played it. IBM or a Mac? I don't know. IBM. What is it? What? Not IBM. You've got the personal computers and then you got the Mac. That there was a Mac, Macintosh. I don't know, but it wasn't a regular computer. It was the expensive one that I wanted to buy that had Flight Simulator on it. Does anybody remember Flight Simulator from 1982? Holy shit. Me and my friend Scott, we would fly from New York to London. But it's not in 5 minutes. Back then, it was the real time. You had to wait 8 hours or however long it took to fly there. Yeah. And then when you fly there, you know, everything looks like, I want to say this game, but a lot of you may not know it, Battle Tank. When you put your head in the thing in the scope, and remember it was all 3D squares and green, and it looked like a grid. And then when everything exploded, the pieces would... Yeah, it was cool, man. Anyway, it reminds me of this right here. Very similar. Very similar. Man, I used to play video games 13, 14 hours a day. Me and my friend Todd, we would play from sunset to sunup all night long. And Dad, at 10:30 at night, you guys, you got till midnight, and that's it. Till midnight? Look, I'm 2 doors down. I hear you guys giggling in here like little girls, and it's 2 a.m. I got to get up at 5. Come on, man. We would play all night long. Try not to laugh. And his dad would come out 3 a.m. I knew you motherfuckers would still be playing. Thanks for waking me up. Slams the door. Now everybody's up. Yeah, his dad hated it when I came over. So, you know, he started coming over my house. But he had the better setup. I had a 13-inch screen at the time. He had a 25-inch. Big difference. And on mine, you had to sit on the floor or on the water bed. Yes, I had a water bed. And I loved her very much. I used to turn that shit up to 95, 100 degrees because they had the heaters in it. And just, melt away. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're just getting into bed? Holy Jesus. Oh, you're the dog? I mean, anything jump on the bed, you hear the air bubbles. And then you're just like, oh, God. And then they came out with the water beds with the little squares. There were a bunch of thousands of little squares. So there would be less, right? And then they made them so where you just, and then they barely moved. My water bed was full rocking, baby. Full heat, full throttle, 24/7. I had that bed till I moved out. I was old. God, I love being young. I had a good time. It was a good time. I miss it. Don't you miss it? Don't you miss it? Everything's just so real when you get older. I don't like that. I want to live in the portal. I want to live thinking it's real. I want to live in a place where I go to sleep at night and I dream in my other reality. I want that. I want to share experiences. I want to have these strange things happen to us, to me. You know, we live in a very paranormal world with a lot of normal thinking people. You know what I mean? Imagine if the entire world was under the thought, follow me. What if we were like, everybody thought like Mexico when it came to UFOs? That's what Jeremy Corbell does. That's what he does to ufology. He dummies it down. I tried looking at it as a positive too, with Corbell and Knapp, because they give us these videos that aren't legitimate UFOs, but they very much look like UFOs that people have seen. So I think what they were given were documented by military personnel, alleged UFOs. They thought they were UFOs and gave them to Corbell. They know they're not UFOs, but to Corbell and the general public, they think they are. Corbell knows this going into it. He's like, well, look, I'm going to say it's a UFO because that's what you guys thought it was when you first saw it. But I think it's good enough to strike up the conversation about what's really happening. See, that's what I think Corbell and Knapp are doing. Because Corbell says that every now and then. He goes, what we did, though, was create the conversation. Now, you've heard me say it in the past, but you created the UFO conversation based on a lie. That's not how you do it. You don't have to lie to tell us the truth about what you think is. Just tell us. Well, nobody will listen to them if they don't have footage to bring them in. So they create a narrative. And we'll use the last one he did, 29 palms, flares. But 43 of those witnesses on the ground said they could have sworn they saw a ship, that it was one. Yeah, your mind plays that. It tries to put together the dots in the sky. That's what it does. Jeremy knows this, used it to his advantage, and got people talking. Now, more people have talked about UFOs than ever. But then in the background, here's what they say. But it's flares. But it wasn't UFOs. But he lied to us. Why would he do that? And that's where the distrust comes in. They figure it out after a minute. And now we're seeing the backlash years later on Corbell, on Knapp, on a lot of people who deserve it. Does David Grush deserve it? Nobody like him does. That guy is a pawn in the game that they're all playing and using him. And I feel bad for Grush. You know, I really do. I think he's a nice guy. I don't know him, but you can tell. It seems like his heart is in the right place. They picked him because he looks like he's got a big heart. He acts like he's got a big heart. He tries to act like you or I in those videos, if you've seen them, in the documentary that's out there. You know, he's all dressed down, you know, regular clothing, wearing some 3/4 short, cut off cargo shorts, shoes with no socks, you know, a jersey type of athletic gear. He's a tall dude. It's a big man. Very unassuming big man. But that's the type of guy they wanted this time. Lou Elizondo got us. Now they've got us Grush, and we're he's telling us stuff. Lou, threat. Grush. That's what they're doing. They're giving us the other side of the spectrum. Now they're going to see how we react. And we did. We reacted just like they probably thought. But it was gaslit. They gaslit everything that was said about Grush that was negative. We saw, and this is what got me really rolling against Rose Cuckhold, because he started the autism shit. He's the guy who went out there and says, now people are making up because of his autism. Wow. Wow. I mean, it started the conversation that, oh, we can't trust him because he's autistic, to I stand by Grush. I got your back, to we believe whatever you say. Anything you say, Mr. Autistic Military Man, just like me with PTSD. See what they're doing? Same thing they did when Lou got in. They built up their little army of people that are similar, like-minded, that'll go to war. I'll stand by you no matter what. How dare they talk about your autism PTSD like me? How dare they bring that up? All you're trying to do is tell us the truth. That's not fair to you, is it? Well, no, it's not. I got your back. Matter of fact, I'm putting it on X right now. I stand with David Grush. Ha ha! Look at what we're going to start for you, UFO Twitter X. We're going to stand with Grush. Boop. I stand with Grush. I stand with Grush. I stand with Grush. He's hearsay. Shut off. You don't know what you're talking about. He's a nice guy. He's autistic. He makes those faces because he doesn't know any better. Do you understand? His face just does that. It does? Whoa. Well, good for him. Oh, well, maybe you shouldn't have that guy in the public eye. I mean, who are you going to put out? That's the guy? That's the guy? You went with Lou. That was a little too harsh. Lou overdrew and overblew and did it all wrong in the end. Grush doesn't know what the frig he's doing. Has absolutely no idea what the community's like. These people on that side of ufology are telling him everything he needs to hear to fill his brain, to fill his ego, to make him feel good, because we'll stand with you, autism man. Even though you're hearsay bullshit. Don't swear at Grush. He's autistic. He's not a man. He's an autistic. He's autistic. He's got feelings, too. He does. I'm sorry. Well, fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't care. He's in the military. He was cleared. His mind is fine. Stop the bullshit sassiness. You friggin' snowflakes. Unbelievable. Hey, you gotta stand with Grush. He got autism. He's telling the truth. Yeah. People with autism rule. Got the autism vote, or did you? Oh, this is not good, Rich. Rich, you're talking about... I'm not talking anything about autism. You come at me for that. Shouldn't say that. People are autistic. Good. Good. Me too. I'm autistic too. I can't help it. Can't help it. Oh, Chicky woke up for that one. Hey, that's about it for tonight, everybody. Just take what I said and run with it. Just don't talk about it. We'll be back tomorrow. But I don't know what time tomorrow because a lot's going on. I have it set up for 6. Terrestrial material goes on at 5. They're doing an interview. Usually interviews go an hour, hour and a half. I figure if that interview is good, my first half hour, first 20 minutes is hello and how you doing. So if they go to 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm not really interrupting too much, but I have to go at 6 because I don't want to overlap him. I want him to grow and I want him to get to 1,000 subs as quickly as possible because that's where the magic happens and they deserve it. So I don't want to, overlap them. It's only for 1 week. We'll be back to 5 o'clock next week. So tomorrow, 6:30, maybe 7. I don't know. So far it's 6. But by the time we get going, his show will be at 6:45 if you're going to go there and watch it. But anyway, go there tomorrow before or after. I don't care. Just go there. Can you subscribe to Terrestrial Material? Can you do that? And the Hellfire Studios. Hold on a second. Where is the Hellfire Studios? Here it is. Hold on. Okay. So I really like Hellfire Studios, and I guess he's working with Dark Sky Files on this too. 2 very talented people. You got to subscribe. Can we get this to at least 50 tonight? It's not 34. 15 85 are here. Takes 2 seconds. Just do it. Such a good person, and they deserve a little bit of success. Anyway, Hellfire Studios, check it out. Also, what is it called? Terrestrial Material. I'm sorry. I always get it wrong. Here it is. Oh, he's got Alien Addict on tomorrow. Oh, that's amazing. All right. Well, I tell you what. What time? Oh, my God. At 5:15. And Alien Addict is the enemy of Goof On. I'll never go backwards, especially with her. Yeah, I will probably listen, but I won't interact out of respect. But that's interesting. All right. Well, that'll be fun anyway. You get to see what the losers are doing on that side of ufology now. Good. That'll be good. That's a good show. It's a good interview for them. Nah, Alien Addict. It's a shame. It really is. One of the few people I thought I could trust. He just got sucked in. Oh, well. You choose who your friends are. You can have them. All right. Well, we're moving on. And we'll be back tomorrow night. And what do we do here every night, everybody? That's right. Truthology for ufology. For you. For you. Hey, he's back. He came back to say goodbye. All right there, Zicky. We'll see you guys next time here on the old Goof On way. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you mañana. Be safe. Be good. Alien blessed.
just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying objects.